I don't know if you've ever had this experience, but sometimes I find myself constantly reviewing the tapes of what I've said to other people to see if I was in the right. And that really is my goal. Like, I want to make sure that I was right in what I said and that I don't need to go apologize or, be confirmed that, I'm a good person and I said the right thing. First Thessalonians 2 has a great verse when you find yourself in those loops of really just going over and over again what you said. 1 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4 says this, "But just as we have been approved by God to be entrusted with the gospel, so we speak, not to please man, but to please God who tests our hearts." This is so helpful to me because one, I start from the assumption that I'm not all right? Like, I'm not a perfect person and I'm not always going to speak exactly right. And when I find myself ruminating on what I've said, I find that my motivation is, I want to be proved right and I want you to like me and accept me and I want to make sure that we're on good terms. But there's a higher motivation for Christians, and that is to be approved by God, not just liked by man or approved to ourselves as right because we want to be right, but rather to be approved by God. It's to please God. And then I love how he closes this verse. He says, who tests our hearts. Here's what I know, friend. You can be under your control or you can be under the control of the God of the universe. And it is really only God that can properly judge and assess our heart. Because there are many times where I'll be ruminating on what I said and what I did, and I will prove myself to be right. But that doesn't mean I'm right. And there will be many times that I'm looking to your response to see if, I'm okay and whether I was pleasing to you and maybe I did please you, but I was still wrong. Or maybe I didn't please you, but I was still right. Ultimately, there is one judge. This verse doesn't mean that we stop caring what others think. I don't think that's a Christian thought. We're supposed to love other people as we love ourselves. But I do think it calls us to judge every thought and every action and entrust it to the God of the universe, to not ruminate on it ourselves, but to bring it to God and say, God, what do you think of who I am? God, what do you think of what I said? God, what do you think of what I did? Because God is the only one who is accurately able to judge us, whether we do it right or we do it wrong. And our ultimate goal should be to please him because he's the accurate judge. So if you find yourself ruminating on something you said or something you did, I encourage you today to bring it into the presence of God and simply say, God, what do you think? What do you think of me? What do you think of what I said? What do you think of what I did? I invite you, just God of the universe, to judge me, to sift me, and point out whether my actions, my words, and my being are pleasing to you. I hope that's helpful for you today.